What's up, bookworms? Welcome to episode 146 of the Cantina Book Club podcast, where readers can find interviews with authors of all genres. I'm Megan, self-proclaimed Cantina Queen, here to bring you insights from the authors themselves. Each week features a Cantina conversation from an author. Sometimes they're returning guests, and sometimes it's someone new. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on an episode, and feel free to browse through existing episodes so that you could catch a previous interview about a book that you finished. Today's episode features a chat with Stephanie Mack talking about her book 20 Something Else. That book is available now. Really fun conversation with Stephanie. I really enjoyed the premise of the book. It's basically approaching your 40s. What if you could go back and relive any year of your 20s, maybe multiple years of your 20s. Well, like if you're wondering, what if I did this? What if I did that? Like, did I make the right decisions in life? Would my life turn out better? Did I miss out on anything? I'm sure a lot of us around that age can relate to that. And so it was really cool just kind of chatting with Stephanie, digging a little bit deeper into her mindset and how she brought the story to the world. Some spoilers might pop up in these conversations, but they are more enjoyable if you've read the book anyway. So if you are not sure why I'm telling her that I got so emotional finishing the book on my lunch break at work, hit pause, add this episode to your playlist, and go pick up a copy of 20 Something Else. The interview will be here when you're ready. Just a heads up that I often use adult language to express my feelings towards these authors and their work. Whether the characters need to get their shit together or I am saying what the fuck for making me feel things, just please be mindful of your comfort level and around listening ears. And without further ado, get ready, grab your favorite drink. Here is Stephanie. So today we've got Stephanie Mack. We're talking about her book, 20 Something Else. That book comes out on June 9th. Stephanie, thanks so much for meeting with me today. We exchanged a little bit on Instagram. I just finished this book. It's fresh in my brain, and I was not prepared to react to feel certain feelings.
Oh my goodness.
I was not prepared to feel certain feelings, but it was entertaining and it made me think about a lot of things. So I'm excited to dig a little bit deeper.
I'm so glad. Thank you for reading it. I know it depends on the podcast. Sometimes they've had time to read it before. Some never read the book before because they don't want to have spoilers. So I appreciate you reading it and having me on. Thank you for having me.
I feel like it just makes for a better conversation. Yeah. And if you want to be spoiler free or spoiler friendly, I'll just follow your lead. Give like a little warning to people.
I'm fine with just discussing it all. I feel like, a little warning that we might go there, but sometimes the best things press against spoilers a little bit. So I'm fine with it. Totally fine with it.
We'll go with it. Okay, so to get started, can you share a summary of the book so that people can follow along?
Of course. My main character, Sutton Lane, is about to turn 40 years old. She is days away from her 40th birthday. She has a husband and 3 children, and she is a working mom living in suburbia, and she got married in her early 20s, and she's just starting to feel angsty about this birthday. She's starting to think about her life, looking back with not necessarily massive regret, but this curiosity, this wondering if she missed out. Did she settle down too young? Did she miss her big adventure? What does her life mean? So she, at a pickleball tournament hosted by her friends in honor of her birthday, she gets knocked out cold in a pickleball accident and wakes up with the chance to relive her 20s out of order in whatever order she chooses. And this is a world in which she never met her husband. So that relationship does not exist to her. She is in a totally different reality, and she is able to hop back into these different ages throughout her 20s and explore her life as her mentally 40-year-old self in her 20-something-year-old body. And it was so fun. You go on the journey of, what does Sutton really want? Where does she end up in the end? What does this mean for her family that she built? It was so much fun to write. It is full of magical realism and friendship and true love, and I would call it women's fiction with magical realism as well as romantic elements.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it too, because it is like essentially women's fiction, but like the plot device.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. And it's fiction all the way, suspension of disbelief required and hopefully enjoyed. It is magical and meant to be enjoyed, like any of the ones that are my inspiration behind it would be It's a Wonderful Life, 13 Going on 30, The Good Part by Sophie Cousins is a favorite, Midnight Library. We're exploring life through a magical lens. So
Yeah, yeah, and oh my God, I feel like I just because I'm gonna be 40 in
Oh
February,
my
so
gosh, it's
I'm
coming
right,
up. You're
yeah, I'm wrapping up
there.
at less than a year, yeah. So this was in kind of overall sentiment. I feel like so many people can relate to this. So
I
many
hope
like
so.
women, like moms especially, or even women. Maybe you don't have to be a mom and to
Yeah.
be like 39, and you're like, what if did I make the right
Yeah.
choices? Did I miss out on anything? What
Yeah.
would have been like if I never followed this path?
Totally.
And then also I'm assuming this was because spirituality, her faith played a huge role in to how she's just like who she is as a person and
Yeah.
what she kind of it's important to her.
Mhm.
And we can get into that as well, but I felt like I I did not expect to relate to her so much and also feel so many things because
Mm.
once we get like she really starts to learn about herself
Yeah.
and really make her choice and become more sure
Mhm.
of what she's getting out of this and what
Yeah.
she wants at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It just the words, the prose, it was just like
Mm.
I was sitting there on my lunch break at work. I'm like, "Why am I getting
Oh my
emotional?" Like,
gosh.
finishing this book. I
Oh.
was just sitting there with my lunch like,
Oh.
"Okay, okay, I need a minute. Like,
Oh
I
my
can't get back to
gosh.
work right now. I
You
need a
know
minute."
what? I'm so honored. Can I just tell you? And I think the thing about this book, it's the third book that I've written. I indie pubbed my first two, but this is my traditional
Oh,
debut.
nice.
And
Congrats.
maybe hopefully someday I have more books in me that are so extension of self, but I wrote this book at 38 staring at my own birthday. So it was very important to me that Sutton was her own person, and we can
Yeah.
maybe get into that and how she is a fictional creation.
Yes,
And yet the
absolutely.
feelings and the emotions and the what she's wrestling with, and in many ways what her life looks like, is so just me and all my
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
It's like, oh, my very close friend, we've co-hosted book club together for 10 years. She was the first person who read the manuscript before I even sent out a query letter, and she read it in 24 hours, and she was like, this is your best book yet because it's our life. I love it so much. And I'm like, thank
And I
you.
think
I
it's just
want
like
women to feel like it's
you
our
make that
book.
reader connection, and
Oh,
it does make a
yeah.
difference
Well,
for
I'm
sure.
so honored. It was so
That's probably
fun to
what she
write.
was feeling too when she was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, it's
Like, I
just like fun to write a character that is so much of myself because it's not always the case for writers. And this was super
I was gonna
me.
say, did you with your other 2 books, do you have a tendency to inadvertently or on purpose
Yeah,
writing part of yourself into the
totally.
story?
I feel like authors to some degree, some of us certainly sneaks in there always from
It's
my
hard
many
not
author
to.
friends, whether that's the way you
Yeah.
see the world or an experience you had. We are all big eavesdroppers, so watch out. Or if you weren't that nice, we might write you into the
People
book,
watchers.
right? All of
Yeah.
it. So I've written 4 books now. This is coming out in 4 days, and then my fourth book is coming out in 1 year's time. So now I'm 2 for 2. Two of my
There
books,
you go.
When We Blinked, coming out in November, and 20 something else, are very much me and my life in a lot of ways, and the other two are not at all. One is a girl suing a fictional Disney for making her believe in fairy tales, and the other I can't share yet, but she's a redhead and she is not me in any way. So it's interesting, and I love and deeply care for these characters, all of them. But I would say that When We Blinked, coming in November, a lot of that is where I was at in life at age 33 when I wrote it, and 20 something else is a lot of where I'm at in life now and at 38 when I wrote it, which it's interesting.
Sure.
And I love both experiences. There's pluses and minuses, not even necessarily harder or easier. In some ways, it can be harder writing inspired by your own life because you don't want to feel too exposed. You want to respect privacy of anyone you low-key might be writing about. It's just
But it's
interesting.
also I feel like you can I don't wanna say it's easier if you can channel some of
Yeah.
yourself because
Oh,
it's like
but it's a
you
gift.
can
Yeah.
be more detailed, you can connect more because you know these feelings, you know yourself,
Yeah.
like you are you, and if you're writing a character who is maybe in a similar situation,
Yeah.
similar background, similar age,
Yeah.
similar whatever, it's maybe easy to not just find yourself doing
Yeah.
that, but also it helps you, I think. And maybe
Sure.
it's a little therapeutic.
It
Maybe you're like,
totally.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I love saying the things out loud for all of us that maybe we don't even know we're thinking. And then hearing from readers already, it's early days, it's not even out yet, but some of the feedback I've received, I'm like, I am so happy you felt seen
Yeah.
by that, because maybe that was the most vulnerable part to write, or maybe I hesitated on that part, but I had to go there. I find it
You
very
had to just
rewarding.
take a
Right.
risk
And the more it
and
does
yeah.
come from me in my heart, the more it means when that connects with the reader, because it's just, that's why I do this and why I love it. I love meeting readers and connecting with them. And
because then when readers reach out to you, either not even like after the release date, even
yeah,
months after the release date,
yeah,
readers are going to reach out to you, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, like, so
totally.
it's even then, it's like you did the thing, and I imagine there was like little tidbits in there where you were living vicariously
Totally.
through Sutton.
Totally. Absolutely. I miss her sometimes. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to go to the Matterhorn right now.
Oh, that's yeah, I know, that's hilarious. It was just like I loved learning Sutton, and I loved like Quinn. I want to like I
Oh,
love my best friend, but it's like I don't know if I was experiencing that, if she would like be like, okay,
it's
like
so
if she would believe me and
funny.
be like on board and
I
be like, hey,
know.
like
And I share this openly. I don't think it's too spoilery. I think Quinn is her best friend, and she is the one along the journey. I had to give Sutton somebody who along the way was like, oh, I know what's going on. You're time traveling, right? I feel like that's used sometimes in time travel stories, and it helps. And even writing it, I was like ready for her to have someone know what's up. And Quinn's that
yeah,
person. And it does make you think. If you tell your best friend, like, I'm time traveling, I'm actually 40, would she believe you? Like, what would that look like? It was so
exactly.
fun to
Or even
write.
if my best friend told me that, like,
Right?
what would I believe her? I'm like, I would like to think that I did. Otherwise, I might be like, wait,
Yeah.
do you need a girls' weekend? Do we need a
Right? Are
moment? Like,
we
is everything
okay?
okay? Like, what is going on? I feel like it would take a bit to like
Yeah,
prove,
for
right?
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. And she was just really fun. Nothing about her is like this friend, but I do have a dear friend named Sheena who's an ER doctor. So her profession was inspired by that, and like the certain things about her job. I wanted a certain type of job for Quinn too, and it felt like that fit really well.
Yeah. It's funny because my best friend, she's a X-ray tech, so
Oh, I
she's in
love it. I
healthcare
love
too,
it.
and
Yeah.
she just got certified to do mammograms.
Oh my
So like
gosh.
she's moving up there, and
Yes,
it's so funny how it's like
amazing.
the same field. So it's like, man, like
Totally.
would my girl believe me?
What
She'd
would
just be like,
she
Megan,
think?
like
You crazy. You crazy.
yeah, like is that like what? Are
I
you okay? You
know.
know, like
Oh my
did
god.
you take anything? Are you like
Right? Too many fun drinks with that Cantina
yeah,
podcast.
either right? I know, exactly. No, she would just be like, "What?" Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Ex Absolutely. So I wanna piggyback on off of that a little bit.
Yeah.
I always love to ask about the research involved
Yes.
because I think it's so fun. You guys, all authors, nerd out a little bit, find
Hmm.
yourself down a rabbit hole. So I wanna explore your process. Did you approach it the same way as your other books, and anything, like, fascinating,
Yeah.
surprising that you learned?
Well, funny and surprising and fascinating is that I recently, in this journey of getting out there and going to book festivals and writing guest articles, multiple times now have been asked to speak about the topic of writing historical fiction
Mm,
based on the early 2000s. And I die because I'm like, that is not history. But also, is it? So at first, even though me and every PR girl who
I'm
reached out,
offended.
I'm like, excuse me, I am so young. But yeah, okay. Yeah. The year 2000 to 2010, where a lot of this is set, like the 2000s
Sure.
are back then.
Sure.
So what was so fun to me about writing that was how long ago it did feel, quite honestly, in the most fun way. Like I went back in all of we're talking albums, news clips, pop culture. I
I
spent
know,
a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
time.
say, like,
I
yeah,
did.
you
And it was
really
really fun. I had Word documents, folders, and I really wanted to get it right. What were we wearing? What were we listening to? What were we
oh
feeling? What
my
were we
god.
thinking? And like we had digital cameras. We didn't post everything on
Yeah,
social media. Facebook was only for students. Like there's so many things that made that time such a time to be alive in our 20s. And it didn't come right off the top of my head. There was research involved. Like
sure. Like, you
any,
remember things, there's nostalgia, but then it's like,
exactly.
wait, at what year did this
Exactly.
really
And that
happen?
was
Yeah.
like a lot of fun. And another thing about this book, and I would imagine any author who is tackling any sort of time travel, is that you've got to get your timeline and your outline right. So I'm always an outliner. I know not everyone is, but I definitely had a plan before I wrote. I knew every age and place she would be going to. And I spent a lot of time on that
Mm,
framework before I ever started writing the chapters and the prose, because
that's smart.
I needed to know where I was
You gotta
going.
start somewhere.
Totally. And not
Yeah.
to say that things didn't surprise me along the way. I had a lot of characters surprise me. It was trickier than I thought it would be when towards the end I take her back to like 20. Like that time jump with her grandma was technically and craft wise more challenging, but I was up for it. It was just interesting how I did plan it. And then some chapters and balloons, if you will, just super flowed, and other ones required a little more thought or research. The Matterhorn is one of the destinations I have never been to. Most of the others I'm familiar with or had been to: Palm Springs, Los Angeles, Nicaragua, but I've never been to the Matterhorn. So that was another one where I was deep diving. I'm like, I've got to do this justice. What's the town? What are the restaurants? Like, what does it feel like? So I had a lot of fun submersing myself, watching videos of skiers, the whole nine. I enjoy that a lot as a writer. The research part
And
to me is so fun.
Yeah, and I loved how that's like the backdrop, like these points in her life where she's like, "Oh my God, we're doing it."
Yeah.
And but then it's like surface level, because
Yeah.
obviously it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then just the scenes with her mom and with her grandmother were so beautiful.
Thank you. I loved
And
writing them.
yeah, and it's just like like again, it made me reflect. Like,
Mm.
I feel like so many women, once they become moms and once they reach a certain age, and there's just like, I'm not freaking out about turning
Yeah.
40. I'm like embracing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be another fun thing. It's just like I'm
Totally.
ready to kind of like sink into that mindset. And so but I love that mindset where it's like you're just growing, you're leveling up,
Yeah.
and yeah, you wouldn't seek that connection or
Mm-hmm.
seek that information from the women in your life or
Yeah.
the important people in your life if you hadn't reached that
Totally.
space. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think there is something so amazing about this milestone in particular. And I am about 6 months in, I'm 40 and a half. And there is something for me turning 40. It was like a big exhale. Like I feel just more comfortable in my skin. I feel so confident in my yeses and my nos.
Yeah.
You just have
Oh,
a
that's
better
beautiful.
sense. Like, and
I love
just,
your phrasing of that.
oh,
I feel more comfortable in my yeses
it's
and my
just
nos.
every yes
That's
and
so
every no
powerful.
holds so much power, and all of life is give and take. You say yes to this, no
Yes.
to that. And I also think your people in your life, it becomes more and more evident, I would imagine, as you continue to get older, like who's the most important, worthy of your precious time and your mind and heart space, right? And I
Yeah.
really loved going back with her mom and grandma. Especially, I'm very close to my mom, and now I'm 40 and she's 67, but it blows my mind. I got married in my early 20s, so I'm like, you were in your mid 40s when, like, at my wedding? Like, that is too much. I can't, like, because
Because
you,
now
so
you're
now,
approaching that age and you're
exactly.
like, "Wait, my
So
kids are, like, not there." Like,
totally.
yeah.
And at 40, I have peers at my school and very close friends who are about 50 now. So I wondered, like, what would that be like
Right.
right now to hang out with my
That's so
mom at
funny, isn't
50?
it?
Yeah. So it's wild. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it
I love it.
was, yeah, really fun to write those. I love an intergenerational book in
Yeah.
any way, any women's fiction that sort of explores the multi-generational aspects
Yeah.
of being a woman and our connections with one another.
Same, because it's like, yeah, absolutely. Like I lost both of my grandmothers still when I was about that college age, the 20s
Yeah,
age when, yeah. And so I loved that Sutton was like still, she was missing it. She's like, "Oh, I want to talk to her before
yeah,
we kind of lose her."
totally.
Like not lose her like from Earth, but just kind of lose her cognitively. And
Yeah,
I'm like, that's so heartbreaking,
it's so
And it's
hard.
like, yeah. And so just even with my mom, I feel like when you have your own children, then you're, "Oh, I understand a different level of this. I
Mm-hmm.
understand how you felt, what you were going through, maybe like the moments
Totally,
where I felt like you were just done or you just didn't put
totally,
an effort in." And I'm
totally.
like, "Okay, now I get
I
like, now I
know
get it."
you really get it. It's like it
And
takes
it's
until
just
getting
like,
there, but yes, 100%.
yeah, and I also maybe not so subtly ask my mom, like, questions like, "How do you think I'm doing?" Even
Yeah,
though it's like, I think I'm doing okay, but I'm
yeah,
like, "What do you think?" And then
totally.
it's like that where
It
I'm just kinda like
matters,
a little
right?
bit, yeah, it's like, "How do you see this?" Or, "How do you see that?" Or I'm able to, like, connect with her more because maybe she feels a little bit more comfortable sharing so many things with me
Mm-hmm.
and versus even 5 years ago,
Totally.
Exactly. So I love that you touched on that. I love
Yeah.
that that was part of Sutton's journey
Yeah, it
of,
was so
like,
fun. And their relationship in the book is one thing that's very reflective of my own relationship with my mom. We are very close and I respect her so
aw.
much.
Do you
And
have any siblings? Are you also an only child? Like,
I just have been asked this a lot lately. I'm actually not an only child. I come
okay.
from four. I am girl, boy, eldest daughter, very eldest daughter, but my husband is an only child. And weirdly, I've always been really
Ooh.
drawn to only children as like key players in my life, like my husband, one of my best friends in high school. And his only childness is something I love, and I wanted
So
to
like,
try.
what's the age gap? So like, how I imagine you grew up with a certain
For
mindset, with
sure.
certain expectations, with certain be like, probably saying you could swear on this, by the way, probably
Yeah.
just like getting into shit with your older brother, and
Yeah.
then maybe getting pressure
Yeah.
to set an example for your younger siblings,
Yes. And
and
it's funny because we are all 2 years apart with the baby on the end. So right now we're 42, 40, 38, and 34. 34. I did that right.
there we
34.
go.
The baby's 34, which is wild. But I
Yeah.
think that it's funny because the eldest daughter memes and reels are finding me, and I LOL at every single one because they're so
Yeah.
accurate. But I'm like, what is this? What is the psychology behind this? And I think sure enough, in our family, my older brother has always been the one who marches to his own beat, and we love that for him. But I'm the one who steps
It's an
in.
Aquarius.
I actually don't even know what's August 3rd. What's August
Oh,
3rd?
August 3rd, I think that's a Virgo.
Oh my gosh.
Virgo
He
or
is the
Leo.
most
Yeah.
independent. I know he's an Enneagram 4. If anyone out there is familiar with the Enneagram, I don't know a lot of 4s, but he is one, very creative. And I think what comes with that, and then me, and then the rest. And even though
I just asked that because I'm an Aquarius and I know that we march to the beat of our own drum.
and I love
usually,
you for it.
so,
I
yeah.
love you for it. And maybe not all like, I don't know. I'm not saying by any means all eldest children are like this or oldest boys, but I'm the one who rallies the troops. What are we doing for Mom for Mother's Day? Are we getting together? Everybody brings something for the potluck. Like, I keep things in line. We think we have to hold it all on our shoulders when we don't. There is a lot of just like mother hen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's really interesting to be like, is that kind of imposed on you, or is it just like the natural
I know. I don't.
thing that
It's funny
that you
because
do?
I don't feel like it was overtly imposed on me, but at the same time, there's just this level of chaos that coming from 4, and we're a tight, very loving family.
You were also like, come on, let's get our shit together, you
Right.
guys.
I'm like, guys, like, I don't know. You want order. And then I was just always from within, very
Yeah.
driven for academically and whatnot. That's just me. I'm like, I don't know. Is that an oldest daughter thing too? Maybe not. And at the end of the day, we just want everybody to be happy, which doesn't always work in life. I have learned that's something I've learned more and more as I get 40 now. It's like
It
people
is, and I
pleasing
think-
is not,
Oh, God, yeah.
the way.
Yes.
But I think being a peacemaker and wanting just to love everybody is always beautiful. So
I think they're like, you are, as much as you feel that way, you are, the role that you find yourself in
Yeah.
is important.
yeah, totally.
In the big picture that is your group
Yeah,
of people.
absolutely.
So even like I feel like if you are gone, if you disappeared or anything happened to you, not God, like God forbid, but like I feel like your family would lose their, like they would
Aw.
run around not knowing what the fuck to do.
Oh
They're
my
like, they would be
gosh.
like,
Where did she go? We need her on the group thread. Who's
Yeah.
gonna make the famous cream corn at Thanksgiving? Yeah, it's a role I am glad to play. And yeah, Sutton, I started writing her and imagining her, and then she just became an only child pretty quickly. And then I was like,
so
what?
maybe kind of, yeah, I want to explore that because I think this is such a fun concept,
Yeah.
like imagining her situations
Yeah.
at each age.
Mhm.
But I think that the special component of it is like she's still in her 39-year-old mind.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like if I started at 20 knowing what I know, yeah, I would be like queen bitch. I
Yeah.
would be like,
Yeah.
I don't, I'm living unbothered right now because
Right.
this is not even important. And like
Totally.
certain things that she went through. And then, but it was also funny because she was like, the angel that's orchestrating this, she's
Right.
like, you're not gonna know where you end up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know
Yeah.
what your responsibilities are. So
Totally.
she's just going in there like kind of blind. And I
Totally.
thought, I'm like, yeah, how would I handle that? I have no idea.
Yeah,
Like
and that
going into
was
40 and being like, oh, I'm 23 and I'm like a hostess. What the
Gosh,
fuck do I
like,
do?
what do I
Like,
do?
yeah.
And that, okay, the hostess part too was also something else that was inspired by a real experience. I was a hostess during graduate school, and I'm not kidding you. It's one of the hardest jobs I've ever had. Like, I was sweating every day. The demands on me. I was also paid very well at this restaurant. We were all low
Sure,
key.
yeah.
Like, why are they paying us so much for this job? But like the demands, and a lot of people, there were career waiters and waitresses.
Probably
So
because
their
of the
family,
different
keep you
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
To keep you there.
100%.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in LA. I made it very like LA adjacent where you do get a certain clientele, but in Newport Beach here, it was not sunshine and it was so hard. So I was like, that was relatable. And the stress of like, you're looking at the table map and like, oh my gosh. So that was fun to write. And yeah, it was fun to like figure out how might Sutton map her way. Like she has an org chart. She's has her calendar. How would she like navigate
And
this?
then
Because that would be very
she gets
overwhelming.
busted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
that's how she gets busted.
I know.
But I'm like her. I would be like, yeah, I need to like map this out so
Right?
I have my shit together. And I'm
Totally.
like, but she even if I love how just even because her best friend knows her so well,
Yeah.
like even in her like normal day-to-day habits, they're like, she's like, you are making your bed and you're being you're organized
Totally.
and you were doing this thing that I'm like, you know,
What?
like what's going on with you? Yeah,
Did
like
you go to the
because it's like
farmer's
been like
market?
what,
Yeah.
right? Because it's been like a week, and so
Yes.
like Quinn had been observing her for a few days, where
Yeah.
she was like, "Dude, like,"
And
and then
it's funny to think when I was writing that part, I did think about like, what are the ways that I have changed in these 20 years, like just becoming an adult and a wife and mom and the choices that I've made, like what
Yeah.
might be shocking if someone were to witness it in like the span of a couple of days. And it was really fun to write. And yeah, just like, I just want to binge a show all day. Like those fun freedoms that once you're
Yeah.
grown up with a
She
family.
was
And
like, "Wait, what?"
I know. What are you doing? It was
Like on a Wednesday afternoon,
I
I could just
know.
like, what? Wait, I don't have to work today. I don't have like
No.
anything else to do.
Just
Like
gonna get a
I
coffee,
know.
put my feet
Oh
up.
my God. And nobody's like, I don't have to be like on an itinerary.
Totally.
Trust me, I am like anytime, like right now, or at least I think I've always been this way, but when like Mother's Day or my birthday or Christmas comes
Yeah.
around and my husband likes like, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know, you want anything for your birthday? I'm like, can I just like be left alone for
Yeah.
5 hours? Like,
Totally. No, it's
can I just leave? Because I like one of my favorite things to do to like kind of just for me time is go to like a coffee shop or go to like a bar and have a drink, get a
yeah.
coffee and read my book
Yeah.
or just do some work on my
Totally. I
laptop that I
know.
just like and just like chill
Just
and be on my own time.
mhm.
And I'm like, even if I'm just sitting there doing nothing, I'm just like it like I just love
I do too.
my
It's
time is
heaven.
precious to me.
Yeah.
I'm like more than any material
I
things, more
know.
than like or an activity, like or pay for this or pay for that. Like I can't think of anything more precious to me right now that I would really value
I'm the
than
same.
just time to
I
myself.
know. And that's a beautiful thing when you think about it. I think about that, like how much we love time just on our own. And like, that's awesome. Like
Time is precious.
it
Time is
is.
a commodity.
And what a reset it is. Like I remember this year, Mother's Day, we did the brunch and the whole thing. And then we had the afternoon and he was like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to go to the mall by myself, get a coffee and walk. The piano music's playing. I want no agenda. I just want to be by myself and walk the mall and shop a little. And that's what I did it was the best. And then we were back
awesome.
together in the evening, but like, it's just having
We
those
did
quiet
a
moments.
staycation and it was fun because it was like I had a pool and had a hot tub for the kids and everything, and the kids go crazy over like a hotel
Yeah.
or anything. And but after that, it was like I think the only guilt trip I had was because like the weather's nice.
Yeah.
The weather was
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
So I was
totally.
like, oh, I just want to like I just hold myself up and watch like reruns of a show,
Yeah.
like a comfort show, like of just and got my snack plate and like had my glass of wine and just like
Best.
chilled and binge watched my show and just like enjoyed my time to myself, like
Yeah.
just really milking it, like
Milking
just really
it,
milking, doing nothing,
savoring
and
it. That's
yeah.
one thing. We're actually solo for like this weekend. Our kids are going to my parents' house close by because it's our anniversary. And I'm like, being
Oh,
home
okay.
alone in our own house is also so rare. I'm like, we love our house, and it's never quiet. So just
Yeah.
doing exactly. I'm like, I want to watch a movie or show during the day, even if it's nice. I want to just like lay and binge and relax.
You're like with the sun's coming
I
through the
know.
windows, like
What could be better? It's just
the same thing. No, we found that too, where yeah, there's certain things like my husband and I, after the kids go to bed, we'll watch our shows, we'll set up like the hookah sometimes, and we'll
yes.
have a drink or we'll have just whatever. And it's fun to like even think it was like New Year's Eve where we set the kids off.
Yeah.
We didn't have our party until later, but
Yeah.
we were like, well, we don't have the kids and it's like 3 o'clock. We don't have to get ready
Oh my
for
gosh.
hours.
Just
You
do you
want to just set the hook up and watch a
chill?
movie, like watch catch
Yes.
up on some shows.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy how it's like it is it's still, you get a little bit more energy
Yep.
with sunlight.
Totally. You really
It's
do.
hilarious.
It's the absolute truth. And it
Yeah, and that's
was,
fun when your partner is just like,
I
oh, like
know, right?
they're
It's
like,
the
oh wait, yeah, we can do
best.
that.
I
Yeah.
know. It's so fun. So I
And I
did
tell
that.
my husband that, yeah, I tell my husband that all the time. I'm like, because I will I will say like, oh, can I do this by myself, or I'm gonna go by myself and do this.
Yeah.
And I love my me time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, or girls' night,
Yeah.
and he's always asking like, why does it have to be girls' night? Why can't it be like all of us? I'm like, you guys don't get it,
You don't get
like
it.
women do need girls'
We
nights, and
do.
men do not find
It's
themselves needing that.
no, we just
Needing a
do.
guys' night. Yeah, and it was the thing where it was like, I'm like, If you need a night or two by yourself
Yeah.
without us, tell me.
Yeah.
I want you to have that time.
Yeah.
I'm totally an advocate for you to have your me time. It's
Totally.
not my fault. It's not my responsibility to
Yeah.
just say, "Hey, this is your scheduled me time. Go do whatever you
I
want." Like, no,
know.
just
Do
whatever, if
it.
that's what you want. Like, I'm not gonna be against you.
Totally.
I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, go
Because we
take
know
your
how
time."
valuable it is, right?
Exactly.
100%. Absolutely.
Exactly.
It was so
For
fun to
sure.
do that with her. There were a couple different parts I remember
I
specifically.
know,
One was
right?
like the sorority roof, and then in LA, it's just like,
Where you're living
just
vicariously through
living
her.
through it. No,
Yeah,
in the sunshine. I love
I
it.
love that. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some fun questions.
I love it.
Okay, let's see. First, I'm gonna ask you, what were the most challenging parts to write? What
Yeah.
were the most enjoyable parts to write?
I think, like I said, challenging was when I was wanting to make extra sure, which I did. It holds up all the way through and through all the edits. Like the time hopping element. I had never done magical realism before. I had never done any sort of time travel. So just the will this work? Can I pull it off of it all? Like, can I make this actually hold up? And I did. And it was a great craft challenge. So specifically, writing when she like went back to her grandmother, it was like I also had to consider just all of the things that were going on in her life at the time that I had at that point written into, like, what is she withholding, is she not, has she met her husband yet, has she not, like it was actually
Yeah.
quite an exercise in my own memory. So I think that was challenging. I think the most fun parts to write, that's such a tough one. I kind of want to go, I guess it's maybe a tie between Matterhorn and anything in LA. Matterhorn because it's on my bucket list and I feel like I got to go there, and LA because I did live there and I got to relive it and make it sparkle like never before, and
Like a little young.
feel 20
Yeah.
something again.
Yeah.
And hearing from a couple of my college girlfriends have finished it and they're like, I lived this with you, it took me all the way back, like you did well, you did it, Steph. And I'm
There
like,
you did.
oh, we did, we lived that together. And to them who walked it with me, knowing that they as early readers love it, like means the world. So
Yeah. They were like, ooh, I connected with you, girl. You got
totally.
this.
And I think too, going back to the grandma and the mom, like those were really meaningful for me to write. Just it meant a lot. I like loved doing it. I
think I could tell it was special to you.
Yeah.
Because that was such like a beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful
It was
moment
just
for her.
so fun.
Yeah.
Fun question. I love that question.
Yeah. I love asking authors that because I feel like it really helps you reflect on your process.
Yeah,
and all that.
totally.
Really think about it, and then maybe somewhere down the line you're like, no, like even the struggles, the best parts, the worst parts, it's all part of it.
Totally.
And so I appreciate the struggle and the experience.
Yes.
Because then the product that comes out, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great. And
Yeah.
it's wonderful. Okay, so let's see. You could do any character in the book. What character would you go to if you needed to plan a party?
I think I'm going to Sierra, who is her like friend in the beginning. And another fun thing that was really fun to do.
Yeah.
It was my friend's idea, the one who read this first while I was brainstorming with her. She's like, what if she's really good friends with someone in real life now, but they weren't friends back then? And that's always weird, but they don't really talk about it. And then she goes back and has to encounter her. So that was like fun.
Yeah.
But Sierra has become this mom and this wife who's really good at planning the pickleball party. And I think would be the one who she would tap. But I loved giving her an arc. It was fun.
Yeah. I love that kind of storyline that you did because that happens with so many of our friendships.
Totally.
over the course of however many 15 years, 20
Uh-huh.
years, there's maybe like someone who we were kind of just occasionally with, but then we're like at a certain point in our life we were both ready
Totally.
to become
Totally.
closer. Yeah.
And the ER doctor that I mentioned, Shahina, she's also my neighbor. Like, we went to high school together. Our lockers were next to each other, and we were always battling it out for valedictorian. She won. I
Yeah.
was number 2. Shahina, it's
Oh.
fine. But we were just like these friendly, always had so much love for each other, but we did not hang out really socially or otherwise in high school. She's one of my best friends now, close friends. And I think that's so cool. So we never had anything weird or bad ever, but it's like if we knew as like 15-year-olds that
We
we'd
just
be
in
like
each other's
right,
orbit.
and now we're
Yeah.
raising our kids together and live in the same neighborhood, it kind of blows your mind. And I think, like you said, it does happen a lot. Like in life is long, friendships have seasons, and it's so
And we
cool.
grow, like, it's like we all grow,
Yeah.
and then once we're ready for each other.
Totally. I love that. That's so well put. I think you're
Yeah.
ready for each
'Cause
other.
it is. It's like in any world we would chill.
Yeah,
We would click. But
exactly.
maybe we're not there yet.
Maybe we're not there
Like
yet.
it's I love that. I feel like that was just another kind of layer
Yeah.
to add in that. Like
Yeah.
it was like, because even any age she was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Sierra.
I know. She's here again. Why is Sierra everywhere?
And I love where she was like, it was as dramatic as it was. She was like, "You're gonna be amazing,"
I
and she
know.
was like trying to encourage her, like,
I
you can move
know.
away
You
from
can
this.
do
You can,
this. You can make the
yeah.
right choices. And I
And
mean,
then you don't know where Sierra is at that point, and she's
totally.
just gonna tell her
I
anyway. She
know.
just
It's
it was
so, I know. And I think that it just in our lives as women, we know so many different types of people and women. And I've definitely had friends over the years where the eldest daughter in me has tried at the time to be like, you can do better. I love you. I'm rooting for you. Make a change. And they never do. Or maybe I don't know them anymore. And I think about them. I'm like, how you doing out there? Maybe you're okay. Or I see on social media that
yeah,
they look happy and they found a good guy and they've settled down. I'm like, I'm so happy
right.
you found like your
Like
way to
maybe you were a
peace,
little
right?
concerned, but you're
Yeah.
like, oh no, they're good.
They're
Like,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. That was
I know.
fun.
Don't do that eldest daughter in you to worry about
I know I
everybody
can't.
else,
I gotta lay it
even if
down.
you can't help it.
I
And
know. It's like I
that's
gotta
why
just.
where Facebook comes in. That's
I
where
know. Absolutely.
where
Totally.
you're like, okay, can I just like scratch this itch that's
Just
been
scratch it.
bothering
Just
me?
go on
Yeah.
there, just real quick.
Okay, same line of questioning of all the characters in your book. Who would you go to if you needed to prep for a first date?
Oh, that's a good one. Who would I go to prep for a first date? I would probably.
Either like attitude, hype you up,
Yeah,
what you're
I'm
gonna
like,
wear.
I think I would probably go to Quinn just because she's so reliable and she's a bestie and she's going to be honest. She was honest about, she's a friend who did not always approve of Sutton's choices that she was making and told her, and Sutton didn't always listen, but she was shooting it straight. I want
Was
someone to
there
shoot
with
it
her,
straight.
yeah.
Like, does
Yeah.
this dress look good on me or do I look like I'm
Be like, all right,
a lumberjack? Yeah.
does this look? Does this flatter me? Does this fall weird? And then,
Totally.
or like she's gonna be like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're awesome. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Just don't be
I
weird.
know.
Like,
Exactly. I
don't talk
know.
about this. Don't talk about that. and this.
Exactly.
But you're the cat.
I
You're the cat
know.
girl. Like, yeah.
That's a fun
Yeah.
question too, though. And I think Quinn is the right answer. I think Sutton would also be a fun person to consult on a first date because I think
feel like,
she's
yeah.
got a good sensibility about her and
Yes.
she's
'Cause
self-aware.
I mean, yeah, and then like she's described as pretty, so I assume that she knows like, and she's constantly commenting on like the makeup and the outfits,
Yeah.
and it's so funny like where she's, I could tell she like pays attention to that
Yeah,
stuff. Where she's
totally.
gonna be like, I don't know,
Totally.
like that doesn't rest on your hips quite right.
Right?
Like she's
Right?
just like, yeah, it's just like you need your girl to be
Do.
like, oh no, you're good, you're
Mhm.
good. How do you feel?
How do you feel?
Comfy, cute, good.
Exactly.
Like,
And feeling your best on the date is like of utmost importance. So,
oh my
you know,
God, because if you don't have to worry about how you feel in your outfit,
yeah,
then
exactly.
get past that and get to the bottom of
Yes.
the important stuff.
Best
Like, I don't know,
self-forward. Yeah.
I haven't been, not that I know, I haven't dated anybody since, God, when did I meet my husband? In 2008.
Oh, you're like me, married since 07.
We were dating for 5 years before we got married.
Yeah.
And so we got married in 2014.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years and some change,
Yeah.
12 years. some change. So so it's like I don't know what Bumble is like. I don't know what like Tinder is
It's
like.
wild that all of
I don't
that.
even know what I would want. I don't even know what I would do. Like if
Same.
any, yeah.
Honestly, it's very interesting because it is wild. And that's one thing that makes me realize just how long ago the 2000s were is I planned a wedding with wedding magazines. Pinterest wasn't a thing. It was a
Ah,
different time. And
wow.
I'm thankful that like there was less pressure and less, I don't know, visibility for all of us.
Well,
And
yeah, I think or
yeah,
fewer options.
yeah, fewer
I feel
options. I
the
know.
more options there are, the
The
harder it
more
is
stress,
for
right?
both
100%.
genders, right? Like,
I agree with you. And it's funny because my sister got married. I got married at 21. She got married at 30. And she's 2 years younger than me. So she was single in her 20s, lived with us for part of that. And she did all the apps, all the things. And like, I would try to give her the best advice that I could. But I'm like, I know nothing. Like, I met my
well, it's like
husband in a
also like,
dorm.
okay, yeah, like it's such a different
Yeah,
landscape.
it really
It's because
is.
I'm thinking like, okay, dating college years, you're being exposed to like so many kids, so many people your age,
Yeah.
and all these different situations and all these freedoms where you can explore the social and intimate situation, anything like relationships and all that.
Yeah.
Then once you're getting older and then like, oh, like, am I still trying to meet someone?
Yeah.
What do I do? Do I go to Target? Do
I
I go to a
know.
bookstore? Do I go to a bar? Do I go to yoga? Do I go to
What
like
do I
it's
do?
what do you do when when college is not an easy like just
You're
like an
just not in those environments, right? Where you're like meeting people organically. It's really interesting. And yeah, all of the apps. I remember like Match.com, remember that was like earlier days. It was like eHarmony and Match started, but those were websites. And then eventually there were apps, but it's just a totally
I
different game.
know.
So
I know,
different.
and it's so wild, and especially since I think there was a book that audiobook that I've listened to. It was by Aziz Ansari, where it was titled Modern Love, and he did a whole he did a study on how much matchmaking and people finding love
Hmm.
changed in the past basically decade after decade because back then you would get married to someone where like your parents knew their parents
Mm-hmm.
and they thought, "Oh, like you're a good match." But then eventually like now it's like, "Oh, you have all these options. You
I
could just
know.
swipe."
Swipe.
And then men are and it's like I we could get into it, but like I feel I'm of the caliber of the opinion that like men aren't lonely enough, but also I feel for them
Yeah.
because they're dealing with things where it's like there's a shift
Mm-hmm.
in dating and they're catching up
Yeah.
and they're not raised to feel like, "Oh, I have to contribute to her peace. I have to
Yeah.
contribute to other things that aren't financial because otherwise in decades past it the system was designed for women
Yeah.
to depend on men. Now they don't have to necessarily depend on men anymore. So and there's so many women. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And let knock on wood. If anything happened to my husband, I don't think I would marry again. I don't know if I would date again.
I
I
feel
don't
that. I
it's like you feel like, yeah, you're like and even just to have a companion, I don't even know if I would get that serious
I
about it.
know. I know.
So I can't imagine how it is like being a man in the dating sphere and having to learn that.
I know. I agree with you.
And so I feel for it, but at the same time, I'm like, you're a grown ass man, and if you are talking like this about women, you deserve to be lonely.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
know.
you really feel this way about women, you deserve to be lonely.
100%.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. And I, in my book that comes out again in November, it's called When We Blinked, and it's based on this app that I invented at the time. Didn't
Okay, there we
actually
go.
put into the world, but I
I've
wrote
already
about it.
added it to my TBR.
I wrote it into the book. I shouldn't say I made the app, but I've thought about it. And I did write this book before the show Love is Blind, but it's an app like a Tinder sort of thing that doesn't allow pictures. So you are putting forth your best words and
That's
trying to win
brave.
people over without pictures. So it
What if
adds
you're
that.
connecting with someone and then you look at them and they're like
Yeah.
unfortunate looking?
I know. And the way I did it, it's like a whole process to when you're able to like get a hold of that person to meet in person. And then the couple who's been divorced are matched and she doesn't know it's him and he does know. So they
Oh
start
yeah.
talking. So
Oh, he
he
knows.
knows. And then how do I pull this off without making it feel catfishy? It was so fun to write. It was so fun to write. And
You're gonna
yeah,
have to come back to that.
it was just like, it was a blast. And just, I dove in during that writing of it, thinking about it, and to the whole app of it all, and talked a lot to my friends at the time, who many of them are still single, like, to tell me, what's this like? Show me your app. And my mind was blown. Like you're saying, it's a wild thing when you met your husband or partner or dating someone the way we did or a long time ago, and just the swipey, it feels like online shopping. I'm like, this is
Oh yeah,
wild.
how did you meet your husband?
In college. We met in college.
Okay, there you go.
And what about you?
Like, I was in my last semester, but I met him through my cousin.
Okay, yeah.
So we were like, she was living with him. So
Yeah.
so I like, and it was funny because she was basically like, I think there was like some contention and there was just some conflict, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna distract him. I'm like, my cousin's single.
Yeah.
And then, let alone, like, we just fell in love, dated,
I
married,
love
have
that.
kids now. And it's so funny because she's just like, okay, you're welcome. Like,
Yeah. She's like,
even when we at our wedding, I was like, yeah, I want you to like make a speech and say, because you know us like from the get-go.
Yeah, that's so special.
Yeah, it was really cute. It was really funny.
I
So
love that.
yeah, we were very much like, or I was finishing up like a semester. I was like an internship semester, and then he was finishing his last. He's younger than me, but it's really funny because people are like, think he's older than me because he's just got the gray in his beard and his hair. And I have good skin, I guess. And it's just really funny because he's 30. I'm 39. He's 38, but he looks like he's like 44.
It's so funny.
I do
feel like my husband we're both 40. He just this year.
I was talking to you guys a little bit on Instagram.
Yeah.
You guys make such a cute
oh my
couple.
gosh, thank you. I was teasing him because he just started getting gray in his beard. And I'm like, you're so distinguished.
No, my husband, he's got a full, like, it's so funny because my kid, my 8-year-old, on my 39th birthday, he's like, Mom, you look pretty good for your age.
Oh my
Dad,
gosh.
not so much.
That is so funny. Leave it to the kids, right? They're always just going to say it like it is.
Yep. And he just thinks like he's just, whatever, he's just chatting. It's just like
so
dude,
funny.
Like...
It's so funny. My husband definitely will.
3 girls, right?
I have 3 girls.
Yeah.
What do you have?
2 boys.
2 boys. Okay, we're opposite. Just same gender family.
Yeah. And I know after the second one, I was like, I think we're good. I need to try for
you know, we fully had 2 girls and we're trying for a boy, and we ended up with 3 girls.
And you were like, all right.
And then people are like, are you going to try again? Not anymore because we're done, but are you going to try for a boy? And my husband's like, we already did 3 times. And we wouldn't trade it. We love it. But I feel like at a certain point, we're like, I think we only make girls. So let's just.
It's up to him. He carries the chromosome.
I know.
Is the universe punishing him?
It's so funny, right? It's like we just are meant to have the 3 girls, but they're lost. It's like obviously all we know, but
I can't imagine. It's gonna be like just such a life.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much at every stage. Because
Totally.
Are they also like kind of 2 years apart too?
They're 2 years apart, and then the oldest 2 are, and then 3.5 on the end. But they're all very close together.
Okay.
They're 7, 11, and 13. So it just got to the point where my 11 and 13-year-old come in to take my hair and makeup products all the time. And I'm like, girls.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where it's like, okay, people are like, oh, boys are easy. I'm like, when? Because my 8-year-old broke his ankle 2 weeks ago, and he's been in a boot in the cast, or not a cast, but like a boot, and we got him his mobile scooter, like scooter, and it's been a whole thing. And I know, unfortunately, it's probably not going to be the last time there's going to be a medical intervention. So
boys are so physical,
emotionally or physically, right?
I think that honestly sums it up, because boys they just are physical. The way they, from a very young age, the way they interact with each other, and they're just so physical. And girls are truly just emotional. And
like, wait, like you took my sweater.
I know, literally.
It's like, well, you took my belt. Like what?
And even this morning, no joke, where is my flat iron, my very nice flat iron? Yeah, it was in my 13-year-old's room. I'm like, okay, don't get mad. Just like, don't take my things.
Yeah, of course.
Or ask,
like,
or put it back.
Remember what you're like at that age where you're like, no, this is unacceptable.
I know. It's so funny because, it's all coming back to me all the way back now. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about teenage years and her.
Yeah, like you might as well be.
Yeah,
it is like what, 13, 11, and 8. Might as well be.
I know,
you might as well be. Mine are 8 and 5.
Oh, so
almost down in 5, almost. Like the other one, he's a late third grader, I would say. He's late in his academic
Yeah.
year, so he's gonna go into fourth grade, but he's still 8.
Okay,
Right,
yeah.
so he's got a late summer birthday, and the other one, he's November, so he's gonna be 6 right away in
Yeah.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's just, like, it's so funny because it's, like, second child energy is a thing.
Totally a
Like
thing. Totally a thing.
and
And
that's why I think, like, my husband I think I was just looking at the family makeup, like, the tendencies, the trends,
mhm.
and so much of it was, like, my father-in-law, they had 3 kids. Even my mother-in-law's family, she's the one girl amongst 4 kids,
Yeah.
3 other boys, and then looking at my father-in-law's family, 4 boys, looking at the cousins,
Yeah.
siblings' kids, and it's just like, maybe there's a chance.
Yeah. Totally.
Maybe there's a chance, but I'm like, I don't wanna
I
even
know.
the second one, he was just like he's a chaos agent.
Yeah.
He's our chaos agent. So I was just like, because I'm telling my husband, I'm like, "Can we like, we're just, like, chilling, we're,
Yeah.
like, watching our shows, or,
Yeah.
like, the kids are having their screen time." And I'm like, "Tony," I'm like, "Can you imagine us being here and then there's, like, an infant?"
I know. And I know.
Like, we're really
Infant. You
comfortable,
get it
we
gets
got our
real
groove.
it gets so much
Yeah.
easier. Practically I
Oh,
now
the
have
fact that they can, like, go to the bathroom
I
themselves
know.
and wipe
And
their own butts and, like,
having like we
brush
were
themselves in the
I
morning and
know. We
yeah.
were the first to have kids of like all the grandkids, and I come
Oh,
from
okay.
4, so now there's
Oh,
8
so is your older brother, is
grandkids.
he still childless
He is still
or
childless. He just got married in September. So
oh, there
they
you go.
want kids, and
But I bet he's probably, like, a really good uncle.
yeah, he's the best uncle. And then my other siblings all have a bunch of kids now, but we were the first. But on those early family vacations, we felt like the duds because we're like, we have nap time.
Oh,
I have to nurse. But now we have the 13-year-old and the 11-year-old. We are on
you're like,
easy street. And
"Bitches,
yeah, I'm like, we'll be, the
you
13-year-old
gotta
can
stay and put your kids
babysit.
in that now."
It's like, and then I'm, of course, like, I'm a very helpful auntie and I love to hold the babies, but every time we leave a trip with them, we're like, I think we forgot how much work it is. It's a lot of work, and we
Yeah.
did it. And getting out of diapers, getting out of naps, it's a huge feat physically. Those
Oh, it
years are
is.
just so
That's
exhausting.
what I was gonna say, like, even I didn't realize, like, how much a lack of sleep, it really messes
It
you
does
up.
100% emotionally,
Like,
mentally.
cognitively, like, you
Hmm.
not even emotionally and mentally, like, just cognitively, like, you're looking at yourself and you're
I
like,
know.
"What did I just do? Did I fill this bottle or did I eat your" just, like,
It's
the
so true.
synapses,
No,
because 'cause they're not
uh-uh.
connecting, and it's just sleep,
It
and
is.
it's crazy to me.
It's
It's crazy to
so
me.
wild that we survived that. I know.
Absolutely, I
It's
know. So,
insane.
it's the sisterhood of
It
motherhood.
is, and we all get it. It's the great equalizer.
Absolutely. So let's get into more of your book because I do wanna respect our time, and I wanna get more fun questions in. Let's see. Oh my god. Okay.
These are all really fun. I'm loving it.
Do you know about Hot Wings Challenge?
No,
Like
I don't. What? Wait,
okay, so
remind me.
there's, like,
Maybe I
a
do.
show where, like, Sean Evans, he hosts a show of, like, hot ones. It's, like, basically YouTube, but where they have, like, 1 to 10 of hot sauces.
Okay.
Each one gets hotter.
Yeah.
It's like the Scoville level, it gets hotter. There's, like, a whole science behind it.
Yeah.
So kinda going, like and then his show is he, like, interviews celebrities while they're trying each wing, and they have
Oh.
a really hard time. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's amongst your characters. Let's see, let's go with Sutton, Reed, Quinn, and Alan, because I did
Okay.
love Alan.
Alan.
Who like, how would you rank them? Who would make it the farthest? Who would like, amongst the 10 spicy wings, like, how would they fare in a Hot Wings challenge?
And being able to handle the heat is the
Like, how far
question.
would they
Yeah.
go? Yeah. Or if they were left to their own devices, they could give up
Yeah.
because they don't wanna do it anymore. Like, what would there be?
I think Quinn is going far. I think Quinn is up for the heat, up for the challenge. I think maybe she's winning. I feel like if you can handle the
A little
ER and
competitive,
you
she does
can
something
like
true.
stitch up a
Yeah.
vein, like I feel like you're good. I feel like, oh, you know what? I actually feel like the women are tougher. As usual. I feel like then Sutton maybe is going. How many did you say? There's all the way up to
There's
10?
10 flavors, like, there's 10
And
sauces.
10 is like maximum
The
spice. Like you're
most yeah,
winning.
the most hottest where
Yeah.
you're, like
I
it was, like,
think
fighting for your
I
life,
think
like
10 Quinn's a 10. I think Sutton's like an 8. I think she's going to 8. And then Reed and Alan are going to tie for 7. Yeah. I think they're
Because they're gonna try their best.
I think they're going to try their best to keep up. And one
They're
thing,
just gonna...
yeah, something I just shared earlier today on a different podcast about Alan that I said it's so what I know about the character, but it was like fun for them to hear, is that the way that I wrote him and how it ended up, that there was like this softness that you will see without saying spoilers. That is not what I planned. And he surprised me, and that's what I love about being an author, is that characters surprise you, and you just all of a sudden
characters are like, nah.
I'm like, no. I think I even originally went so far as to have Quinn meet somebody else in the past, and then I was like, okay, sit here for a minute. What would really be good? What's going on? What's going on in their marriage? Let's sit down, guys. Let's have a little therapy meeting. What's happening?
I love it. Adds like a layer to Sutton where she's like, no, I'm gonna give him a shot, and I really want to get into this. Like,
and I know friends like that, or partners who I in the beginning was like side eye, or like, you're not making my friend happy, or whatever it may be, versions of that. And then you just dig in, ask different questions, like give someone a chance, and like you'll be surprised. What did she see
in you?
Yeah.
Like, and I love that. I love how she warmed up to him. How she was like, oh, he is funny.
I know.
Like, I do appreciate him
for sure.
Like,
he was funny. A fun one, and I just I love that handful of readers so far were like, Alan and the cactus in the tree. I like that a lot.
Oh,
like,
God,
I'm so glad.
He's like, he's surprisingly self-aware. Yeah. I'm like, that is such a good sign. That's a green flag.
It is a green flag to be able to acknowledge that.
Oh,
and that's the window, like, that's the door open to like healing, right?
And I was like, even my heart was like, oh, Alan.
I know, Alan. And it was fun.
Made us like someone who was mediocre.
For sure. So. He was very mid in the beginning, if not bordering on get out of here. And then I pressed in, and it was really meaningful.
You just gotta get to know him
a
little bit deeper.
Exactly.
Because it was so funny, because he was like, really? Like,
I know.
I was like, okay. I love that he was just like, and Sutton was like, I was surprised that he just kind of sat down.
Just sat down. Like, oh, we're hanging out? Because don't we all have... At some point in our life, we have a girlfriend who has a guy who we have question marks, or they surprise us, or you connect with them in some way that like, oh, actually. Yeah. So it was fun.
And I love that she was like, oh my God, when I asked him a certain question, he was like, did she say that? Like, she like puppy
totally
dog. Like,
puppy love.
She was like, and I imagine that was like a notch for her approval.
For sure. Like, she's like, you know, you're lucky. Yeah.
He's obviously like smitten with
for
her.
Sure.
And she was just like, okay, I guess I'll just help him out a little bit.
Just
like,
throw the guy a bone.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. I love, because he was obviously so willing to hear it. Like, no, like, what can I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I need to do? Do you think that we can make it? Like,
I know.
Do you think that a willow and a cactus can make it? Totally. And I was like, oh my God.
So sweet. And I think that's something in Sutton and Reed, as well as them. I think the theme, especially in middle age and getting older, like missing each other. You might think you're on the brink of like actual divorce or disaster or what calamity, but maybe you're missing each other in a way that can be remedied easier than you think.
Feel like that's so common. It was just kind of like or at least the gist that I got by the end of the book, it was just like she lost her spark. You could tell that it affected her. Mm-hmm. And then she's just trying to tell her husband, like her future husband, like, make a little more effort, make her shine more, like let her know like she's amazing. And
totally,
you know, and it's also, I'm like feeling like, Alan, let her know what you need. I know, too. Like, totally. You know, because I feel like everything's gonna be better if you guys are both benefiting
for sure.
That. And it's just so crazy how, like, again, it's like you touched on that, the little nuances where it's like it makes such a difference, where it's like I imagine like I feel this way, my best friend feels this way, where it's just like it's so easy to get in the rut.
Yeah,
it's so easy to like get used to the day and the day after, and then just put a little bit of effort in.
Totally,
just a little bit of effort in each day and see what happens.
And communicate your needs, yes, and just take baby steps back toward each other.
Because it's so funny, because we saw that Alan was capable of it.
Totally. And
even at the festival, he was just like,
I know.
like he didn't know what was going on, but he was like, "You deserve better." Sutton. Like,
It's funny because I just like this week, people just have been like, who would you cast for the characters in like the movie if in your wildest dreams that happened? And I was actually trying to picture Alan, and I don't have anyone yet. He's such a creation in my own head, but I have my eye out for like
yeah, 'cause, like,
who
Sutton
would
was like, he's good looking for someone who doesn't care about
for
his.
someone who doesn't care at all. For someone who puts zero effort in, he's an accountant.
And we all have seen men like
We
that.
have,
where they're like,
absolutely.
Like, what are you? Like, fuck you.
What? Oh, come on. Look at your gal. Quinn's the smoke show, and she loves you. You're lucky. It's so funny.
And you're like, and you made him to where he knows it.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was like, I'm out of my league.
He's out of
I'm
his
like,
league.
oh my god, Alan!
I
And I love
know.
that Sutton was like, oh my god, Alan!
It's
Like,
so good.
she warmed up to him so much,
Oh
and I
my
love
gosh.
that. I love that for sure.
So good.
Okay, so also following a line, we got so distracted. What character would you go to if you had to hide a body?
Oh, that's a fun question. I hate to say it. I think I'm going to Holden. I think Holden knows how to break the law and get away with it. He's a lawyer, he's a liar, and he's going to help me hide the body. That's who I'm picking. That's who is helping me.
Hey, don't hate it.
You
That's a perfect
know,
answer. That's a good
it's
answer.
the answer. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Out of everybody, other than Reed, because he's just gonna do it. Like if it was Sutton, he would just do whatever she told him.
Yeah,
to.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't like.
He has more of a conscience. He'd probably be
Yeah.
like, help me, and then go tell the police. I'm like, no, you're going to help me, and
He
this
would be
is
like,
going
wait,
great.
wait. That's so funny because that's a man I married where I was like, we were doing quarantine questions, quarantine conversations during COVID. And I
Yeah.
was like, if I needed to hide a body, like, would you turn me in? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you're not my ride or
Excuse
die.
me. We're ride or
You're not-
die.
He's like, it depends on why you did it. I'm like, no, you're my husband.
Loyalty
And then
here.
And then my cousin was like, no, they legally cannot, as a spouse, they legally cannot make you rat. They cannot ask you questions. So if you do tell them, you're a snitch.
That
I
is
was like, and then it was a whole thing where I was like, I learned a lot about him and then a lot of people who had feelings about it. It was so
That's
funny.
so funny. I forget about those nuances with the law when it comes to marriage. That's really interesting.
It's basically like you don't have to answer questions if you're the spouse. Like you're not obligated to. You don't have to answer questions in general, but if you're a spouse, it's illegal for. I don't know. It was a whole thing where
Yeah.
it was like. You don't have to. You can hide. You can hide your spouse's shit and
That's
not receive
wild.
any legal repercussions. But my husband, he's such a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
Like he is such a Jon Snow, where he's just like, I don't know. Like I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
And then my best friends were like, because I think I did like a Facebook post,
Yeah.
and I was like, we're learning about each other, and my best friend was like, no, girl, I got you. I was like, Tony. This is what a ride or die looks like.
I know. We all need that
Or just
friend.
like plant the body underneath some like rare plants. I don't know, so that they can't dig it up.
Totally. There's a way. There's a way, Tony.
There is a way. Like, exactly. Like you don't have. But I guess that's a good thing because like I'm secure
Yeah.
in the fact that he would not be able to hide a lie.
He
from
wouldn't.
Me.
He wouldn't.
He would not be able to cheat on me or if he did cheat on me, it would not be a secret.
For
Like,
sure.
He would not be able to lie about it. So I'm like very grateful for
Yes,
that.
you want a bad liar, right?
So I'm like, but still, like,
I know.
if I was in trouble, would you like cover for me? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Like, okay, dude, like you never know. But anyway,
so funny.
Out of all the shows that we watch, it's like really like.
Oh, I know. I love
funny.
the shows. The shows where it's like I recently watched the Netflix one where the girl got engaged to the guy and then found out he had like done a hit and run. It was like so dramatic. I get so sucked in. I can't remember. I'll remember and DM you. It was very recently a top Netflix show.
Because we watch
so dramatic.
We have our shows that we catch up on like after the kids go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like documentary. Just like I think it was just a one episode. But all of those are fascinating to me.
Like a 2 hour.
Exactly.
Yeah. I made him watch a documentary, and I remember being like, oh, it was the Chris Anderson one, I think, where he It was a father, and he like murdered his wife and 2 girls, and he stuffed them in an oil barrel, like where he worked,
Oh
and
my
it was like,
gosh.
and I remember I was like, I want to watch this. I've heard things about this, and then when it was over, we were both just like, we didn't have anything to
Oh
say.
my gosh. Some of
Like,
those just
it was
leave you
like,
stunned. You're like,
it
how is this
is.
real?
Why? Like, people are stupid and
They
crazy.
really are.
That's all I feel. It's like, okay, really, if you felt that way where you're gonna cheat on her, you didn't need to kill
I
you
know.
didn't need to
You
kill her and
didn't.
your 2 girls.
I know. People are.
That was so much effort that in tragedy that
And you want to
it's
know,
such
like,
a special, like, personality to just be that fucked up to go that
yeah.
far.
And did you think in that moment, I'm going to get away with
Yeah.
what's the rest of my life going to look like? I'm doing this and it's going to ruin my whole life. Like, someone's going to find out, dude. You're not going
Did you
to.
think that you'd just be able to live your life with your mistress and be without kids and mother? No, and, like, your parents, you killed their fucking grandchildren. Like, are you
Yeah.
serious? And it's just like, it just hearing the details of it, I don't know. I guess it's the morbid curiosity,
I
right?
know.
Like, we wanna watch it, and then we're like, "Oh my
And then
god."
why did I watch it? I
Like,
know. I love true crime, so it's a cycle. I watch it and then I'm like, oh, and then I'm inspired
yeah.
for a future thriller I want to write. And then I'm like, oh, it's so bad, but oh,
It's
why?
okay, you have an excuse for your curiosity, it's okay.
Totally, totally.
Alright, so let's see. So going with maybe, let's see, like 2 or 3 main characters. Sutton, Reed, Quinn. Alright, fine. Sutton, Reed, Quinn, and Halden.
Okay.
Holden. So they come individually, they come home, there's a sink of dishes. What would they do?
So
Yeah.
I think Reed is going to do the dishes. He is 100% going to do the dishes. I think Sutton goes in, clocks the dishes, and is like, I need to do some things first, but I don't want to do that until I have my audiobook or podcast queued up because I want to make it fun.
I get it.
I think Quinn is also going to go do the dishes because she doesn't like a mess and she likes control. I think Holden's still not doing the dishes. I think he looks at him.
He's gonna go
I don't,
on
I
the
think
couch.
he's just like his roommate's going to do it. It'll get done later. Maybe he's a little bit more of a slob. Musician kind of slobby guy. Like he'll
Yeah.
tidy it up when he needs to, but I
Or just
think
like, because he's gorgeous, right?
yeah,
He's a good looking,
yeah,
and
his
he's just like,
girlfriend's
"Oh,
doing
yeah,
it. Yeah,
I gotta do this." Like,
totally. He's just
yeah.
a cool guy. But Reed is earnest. Reed is getting him clean. I feel like that about him.
Green flags.
We like those green flags. And Sutton maybe is just
He's like, "This is unacceptable."
yeah.
Like,
Let's get this tidied up.
and then Sutton, I think Sutton would do it.
Yeah, I think she would do it. She would do it. She
Or
would
a
just
39-year-old Sutton would do it.
39-year-old would do it. The younger one, probably not.
23-year-old.
She's letting Quinn do it.
Where Quinn was like, "What?
Wait, why? It's clean. I'm confused.
Why are you making your bed? Why are you cleaning things? Why are you looking out for me?"
Makes no
Like, why are you-
sense. Yeah. That's a fun question, though. I love that.
But I asked that question, or no, I think I started off with asking an author, like, how do you get into the mindset of someone who's like a different background than you, different gender,
Yeah.
different age than you,
Yeah.
like, because you're writing from their perspective.
Yeah.
And that's one thing she said was that's an exercise she did was like, say, how would they wash the dishes? And then that makes it, that helps her at least to
I love
kind of
that. That's a
flush
really,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really
And
fun
that's why I
question.
was
I'm
like,
going to
I'm gonna
remember
ask
that.
every author that question.
That's so good. I
Yeah,
really,
maybe if you're struggling with like getting deeper into it, you could ask like, how do they wash?
it's really helpful. I
dishes?
love that because it's those simple things in life
It
that
really
sort
is
of
such
can
a
really
simple,
be
it's a
telling.
fucking chore
Yeah.
that nobody likes doing, and you could like tell their personality, their motivations,
Mhm.
and
It's so
like
good.
like, oh, I go into my apartment, I see a sink full of dishes. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
That's like such a mundane
I
activity.
know. Totally. Oh, that's such a fun one. It's going in my
Yeah.
notebook. I love it. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, and that was from oh god, what is her name? I think it was like Fallen Gods by, I want to say, Erin Van Dyke or Emily Van Dyke. Dyken.
Dyken.
Rachel Van Dyken. I
Okay.
think that's what her name is. But that's what she did. She was like, "Oh, this is the exercise I do."
It's so good.
So that's what I learned it from.
So good.
Yeah, it is so good. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All right, this is a kind of like a little pivot. What name would you never use for a male character for a female character?
What? Wait, say that again. What male
Like what
character?
name, like if you're coming up with
Yeah.
characters, you're coming up with names,
Yeah.
what name would you never
For a
use?
male and a female.
Yeah.
I'm never now going to name a character Chad or Karen because I feel like Chad or Karen have entered the pop cultural chat as no's. Chad means something now. Chad's a bro. Don't like Chad. And then Karen, I have an Aunt Karen and I love her. And I'm like, your name has been taken from you because Karen's barking at the manager. Karen, even if I was writing a Karen type, I wouldn't name her Karen. I would name her something else. Are you with me? Like the Karen, it's maybe died out a little bit, but it was on the scene of the social media that for the long enough to where Karen became associated with a certain kind of
Yeah,
woman. And
we all know what a
Chad,
Karen is. Yeah.
Chad,
We all know what a Chad
you
is.
know. So I'm going with those, and then I would never ever either use names of like my family members or people that I know super intimately that had strong connotations.
Or like, yeah, like you really don't want them to think that it's them.
Exactly.
Like,
And I think one thing I do that's really fun is I'm big on names actually. I love names. I love naming 3 daughters, and I had always probably 60 deep boy names I loved and never got to use. So now I get to use them all. So Holden was one that was always on the list based off of Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye, that book, classic.
oh shit.
So many times I've had a Deacon, and then sometimes I just like, you just know. I'm like, Alan had to be Alan. It was so obvious to me, but
And Alan.
you know, yeah.
Knowing what I know, I love that. Like he was just an Alan. Like,
It just,
because I'm thinking like, oh, the Barbie movie, and it was just
oh, that's so funny. Wait a minute, I wrote this before, or no, I wrote it after. But Alan, who's Alan?
I
That's
think
an
it was
Alan.
like Michael Sarah. It was
Maybe.
like, oh, it was just Alan.
Yeah,
Like,
just Alan.
because you saw the Barbie movie,
I did.
right?
I
I
love the
watched
Barbie
that movie
movie.
like 5
Oh, it's the
times. I
best.
just loved
It's
it
so
much.
good. I
Yeah.
love that movie. It's
And
eye
it's a
candy. It's a good
background movie
message.
too. It's like
It's everything
absolutely.
about it is delightful.
I just need everybody needs to watch it.
I know my daughters love it too. My older two, they love it.
See, that's so funny where we differ because I'm like, if I made my boys watch
Oh
Barbie,
no,
they'd be like,
no.
Mom.
Totally. And even so,
I'm not-
I was like, are they going to like this? Because it gets a little bit to the end. You're like, it's sort of a
Yeah, it
message.
like serious.
It's more serious. And like
yeah.
America Ferrera's
Like a
beautiful
little like
speech.
nuance.
Uh-huh.
Like
Exactly.
you have to catch on to things.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think all of those things go over their head and they don't care. It's more just silly, like the big.
Or at least like not yet, right?
Uh-huh.
Like you would hope that 5 or 6 years from now
Yeah.
they would like start to catch on.
For
They'd
sure.
be like, Mom, this is an atrocity. And you're like,
I know. Totally. I was like, what does this
They'd be like, "Mom, what
mean
the
that
fuck?"
it's just a Ken? Like, what is this? It's all as
Right.
adults.
No,
There's a lot of
yeah.
nuance to the whole movie, but
I
it's such a
know,
fun one.
It is. No, I think that's such a fun movie to just kind of like play around
It
with
is.
everything.
It is.
Like,
It's the best. You're making me want to watch
well,
it this
that's
weekend.
like I don't know about that because girl, oh my god. But no, it was really funny because I was like I got my period and I was in pain. It's like
Yeah.
the first couple of days are the worst, and I was struggling, and my 8-year-old is so noisy, and he was like, "Mom, what's the matter?" And I'm like, "I'm going through something that only girls go through," and he was like, "What?" Like,
Yeah.
and so I had to like explain to him, and I was like women go through things because of the things that they have in their body. I was trying to like just put it point blank, and he's like, "Do men do that?" I'm like, "Nope,
Nope.
nope."
We don't.
I was like, "No, men do not have to do with it at all." And then it turned to something where I was like, "Oh my god, like this is getting into like,
Oh my gosh.
where they're asking about like, why do you have those parts?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why do you only do that and not men do that?" I was like, okay.
The
It
questions
was like
start
a whole
coming.
thing.
I know. It's so funny as they start to get older and curious and knowing when to have like the big talks and what to say. And
You're like trying to phrase it
I
and to be like,
know.
well, not right now, but right now, I guess you can know about some things. And
Totally.
it's like, yeah.
I know.
The whole thing, and it's like, because I just like remember.
Yeah,
like, you
totally.
remember
You
how
remember. And I think, following your gut goes a long way as a mom. I feel like when your kid is ready, where they're at, what to say. And then if you do put your foot in your mouth, oops, that's okay too. Apologizing is also good.
Exactly. Just like and also your kids know you.
They do. And they love you.
Your kids know you. Your kids know you. Like my kids know me, and they're like, Megan's, you're like, they're like, Mom could be silly sometimes. Like, so it's just so fun to me. Like that's the fun part of parenting.
It is. I love it. That's the emotional part too. It's fun. As they're becoming humans, we get to help to shape them and guide them, and it's so.
You're like, I need you to know what I didn't know.
I
like,
know.
And then you're like, oh, never mind.
Totally. So funny.
Okay, so let's see. Stephanie Mack, are you working on anything that you could talk about?
I can't tell the exact plot or anything, but I am working on my 4th book. I already turned it in, and I will be working on edits this summer to make it sparkle. And that is a very summery book that comes out in a year. So that'll come out in summer 2027. So excited about it. So that is something that I am like presently working on. And then I have the 2 other books re-releasing this year in November and February, which is so fun because readers, hopefully, if you love 20 something else, I'll have something coming in November, When We Blinked, and then February, Suing Cinderella, and then this next book number 4 coming next summer. So that one,
so
my new one is also set in Southern California where I live. It's such a fun setting. I feel so lucky to be born and raised here, and I don't read a lot of books set here, so it's really fun. And this one's set on Lido Isle, which is like Nantucket-esque. It is nautical and lovely, and the food is delicious, and it's a special enclave of where I live. So I can't wait.
You just had so much fun with this. Yeah. You let your freak flag fly.
I do.
And
I just go. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Oh my gosh. It's on my TBR, but I would also feel free to reach out.
I will.
We'll come chat again.
I would love it.
No, because I love like being like, oh, what can you talk about without getting in trouble?
No, totally. It's honestly fun to do. You're like, okay, what can I say without somebody? But yeah, interestingly, fun fact about this 4th book, my first 3, the title, I knew it. I came up with it out of the gate and it landed and it was perfect. And book 4, me and my team are struggling with the title. The book is solid and amazing. We're all obsessed. And I'm like, what should it be titled? So we're working on it. That's it. Never happened to me before.
Wow.
So it's going to be great, but you heard it first. We don't know what it's called yet.
Oh, that's so special.
I know. It's fun. It's fun. It's cool because it's actually one where there's a couple of different sort of directions we could go. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, because your brains are still kind of like, what do we do?
Yeah, what do we do? What is this book? What's his personality? What will grab people?
Oh my God. I'm not in those shoes, but I can imagine how like being used to having it down and not having it
is
down,
weird.
And you're like,
and then it's weird because the premise in the book is so solid, and yet the title isn't as clear, and it will be. I believe that. It's like other things, books have different lives of their own. Sometimes certain characters are clear first, sometimes first lines come quickly. It just depends. So yeah, we'll see. But that is coming. I'll
hunt you down.
Please do.
You got a title yet? You got a title?
I know.
Yet?
Be like, what's it called, Steph? We don't know, but it's coming. It's gonna have to come in the next by the end of summer. We will have it. So
you're like, I do have a deadline.
I know. So. Like at some point, can't be called working title. So.
Oh God. There's a point where it's not going to work anymore.
I know.
Okay, let's see. Where can we find you, Stephanie Mack, online and on social media?
Yeah, my website, stephaniemack.com, is great. It has all my books, links to the podcast, all of the things. And then social media, Instagram, at Stephanie. And it's in November. Mac is great. It's where I focus my social media time. I sometimes link over to Facebook, but I'm not super active there. And I don't do Threads or X. So Instagram it is. And I love it.
Where everybody's gonna find you.
Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Where you will respond.
Yes, exactly. And then
where you're more likely to respond.
Where I'm more likely. I also always willingly share my email, stephanie@stephaniemack.com. I feel like email is kind of a sweet little pocket to hear from readers, especially if you have like a longer note to send me. It might get, it depends on my week, but sometimes that's easier than DMs.
Well, it's a little more personal, but you also have to keep up with it.
Yeah, totally. I think that DMs can just get crowded and crazy, and then you have notifications as well as in DMs. But feel free to DM me too. I love interacting on Instagram, but email.
One way or the other, that's how to reach you.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. Stephanie Mack, 20-something else, that is available on June 9th. Probably by the time that this interview comes out, it will be available now. I will recommend it to anybody who is looking for women's fiction and open to magical realism, time travel, where, I don't know, if you imagine yourself, if you could go back in time to your 20s, what would I do? What would I do at 23, 25, 27?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a lot of pressure.
What are we doing?
Thank you so much for your time and for your answers. And when and if you're ready to chat again, let me know.
I would love it. Thank you, Megan, for having me. It was a joy. Such fun questions and such a fun conversation.
And there you go. That was Stephanie Mack talking about her book, 20-something else. That book is available now. Check out the show notes where you can see links to find Stephanie online and on social media and where to purchase the book. In the show notes, you'll also see where to find Cantina Book Club on your favorite social media book communities, such as Bookstagram, BookTok, BookTube, Threads, Facebook, and more. And I would love and appreciate if you could hit that follow or subscribe button so that you never miss out on book reviews and author interviews. If you have any book-loving friends who are looking to get more out of their reading lists, please share Cantina Book Club with them so that they can find upcoming releases and interviews with authors. Another way to help this podcast is to head on over to your favorite podcast player and give Cantina Book Club a rating and review. It helps me reach many more potential listeners and fellow book lovers like you. And that goes for any podcast that you listen to. It's one of the easiest ways that you can help out. If you need book recommendations, you can always reach out to me. I am always ready to share a suggestion, pretty much any genre that you're looking for, or you can head on over to cantinabookclub.com to read more in-depth book reviews. Please subscribe by entering your email so that you could get new reviews and episode posts directly to your inbox. If you want to support Cantina Book Club even more, you can donate by finding the form on cantinabookclub.com. Whether it's a one-time donation or as little as $1 a month, I seriously appreciate the support and will share my appreciation by giving you a shout out on the show. And finally, one of the best ways to help authors promote their work is to head on over to Amazon, Goodreads, Storycraft, BookBub, wherever you may find book reviews and ratings. Find that title you love, show them some love so that the authors can keep writing stories that you love. Thanks so much for listening, and see you next time. Cheers.